A pleasant good morning to Salvador High and grade 9 in particular, and welcome to this morning's activity, which is our Social Studies Bowl. This Social Studies Bowl is one of the main events that is a part of our Bahamian History Month of activities, which is really being celebrated within the week of March 10th to March 14th. I am your moderator, Mrs. Reed Williams, Social Studies teacher. And today we have 3 grade 9 students who will compete with each other to answer questions on the BJC content, which was taught to them from grades 7 to 9. It is hoped that at the end of this educational exercise that we would have reviewed salient content that was taught, and you would be even more equipped to competently take your BJC examinations. Thank you for your attention, and let the games begin. I will now have the contestants introduce themselves. Social Studies History Bowl, which is a Jeopardy competition game. Now I'll be hosting it with 3 participants today. From grade 9, they are, please introduce yourselves.
My name is Auntie Janmar Noble, and my birthday is November 3rd, 2010, and I am 14 years old.
My name is Denise Salmon. I'm freshman year. I am grade 9.
My name is Malia Russell, and I am grade 9.
Very good. All right, so students, as you participate in this event, you will be getting prizes, not only for your participation, but the winner will get a different prize. Now, these are the rules. 3 students will compete in grade 9. Each person will select the order of their answers by draw, first, second, third. The first person will select the category of their choice. All right, so who is going first, second, or third? Malia, you'll be first, Denise will be second, and Antonique will be third. All right, good. Students will be tested on at least 100 questions, but we won't go as far. From social studies and Bahamian history taught at this school. There are 5 categories representing the types of questions that may be asked. These questions, irrespective of the category, will be on social studies. Please pay attention to the points for each category. Malia, please choose your first category. You have, between the categories, you have multiple choice, structured questions, true and false, short answer, JPR. What would be your category? Okay, multiple choice. Malia, your first question is, what is the tallest mountain on earth? Is it A, Mount Kilimanjaro, B, Mount Everest, or C, Denali? B, Mount Everest is correct. So you have 1 point. Majority rule changed the lives of Black Bahamians positively. Do you agree? Explain your answer.
I agree. Majority will change the lives of Black Bahamians positively because before majority rule, Bahamians used to be suffering. And like they never used to have the things like other people used to have. So when majority will come, like if everything starts getting better,
Bahamians couldn't do what before? Voting, very good. What about other areas of their life? All right. I'm going to give you 1 point for what you said with the voting. So Chelsea, give her the 1 point. But the answers are, yes, you can agree that majority rule did allow for equal treatment for blacks in terms of blacks and white could attend the same schools. Blacks can now work as civil servants. Black men and women could vote since 1958 and 1962. Listen, blacks have a say in the governance of their country. Very good attempt though, Denise. JPR. Okay. What are 4 ways a person became a slave in Africa?
When a person became a slave, is that
What was the criteria in Africa for you just to become a slave?
When you don't have the money.
Okay, so people who were in debt voluntarily went into slavery to repay that debt. Very good.
They don't have the money. Oh, my kid.
She gets one. If she gets 1 point. Being born. If your parents were slaves, you're automatically a slave. 2, famine. If there was no food or water because of a drought, they protected themselves by going into slavery voluntarily so that they could eat and drink. Number 3, repayment of debts. Like you said, Anthony, if you owe somebody money and you didn't have the money, you just voluntarily become a slave, and then when you're finished paying them the debt, you came out of slavery. Tribal warfare. Tribes were attacked and persons taken to be slaves. And 4 reasons or 4 ways a person became a slave in Africa. Malia, you were answering her question, which is Anthony's question, so now you get to choose a category. Multiple choice are the ones that are left. And I think 1 structured question is left. Structured questions. Okay. And which planet in the solar system is the only one that spins on its side, not on its axis? Mars. All right. Denise.
Saturn.
Anthony. Okay. Students, the answer is Uranus. Uranus is the only planet out of this 8 in the solar system. You're listening? Because we're doing all this at BJC exam. Uranus is the only one that spins on its side. All right. What is the difference between commercial and subsistence
Subsistence farming is when you work on a small work frame.
You work on a small scale.
Yeah, small scale, meaning like if you grow plants and stuff to eat for like you personal value.
Very
But
good.
commercial, you grow plants for like the community and for other things.
Good.
Like on a larger scale.
Good. Excellent. Excellent answer. All right. So students, subsistence farming, give her 2 points for that, Chelsea. Subsistence farming is farming done on a small scale for one's own consumption, while commercial farming is done on a large scale in order to be sold. Very good, Denise. Anthony, what is the capital of Canada? Is it A, Ottawa, B, Vancouver, C, Toronto, or D, Montreal?
What?
Ottawa. Cuba, Poland, South Korea are all examples of which kind of government. Is it ocean is the largest in the world? Is it A, Indian, B, Atlantic, C, Arctic, or D, Pacific? 5, and I move on to Denise. 1, 2, D is correct, Pacific. Very right. That's the end of category 1. Please let me hear what their points are so far.
Wait,
The 7 points, Denise 4 points, Anthony 5 points.
it's warm.
We did this in grade 8. The Prohibition Law, and this is our course right now. The Prohibition Law improved life in America during the 1920s and the 30s. Do you agree?
I agree. Because before the prohibition area, when it was taking place, before that people used to be, I could add in when they used to be doing the rum and stuff.
Explore what I have here and let's see if I could give you a point. All right, the Bella's wrong. Laura, drinking. They made alcohol illegally. They went into speakeasies and were drinking alcohol. They drank it in coffee bars. They bootlegged it illegally from the Bahamas. They bribed prohibition agents. So, at the prohibition, they actually made it worse than before. That's why they had to cancel prohibition. So, prohibition wasn't better for America after it was passed. And that's the answer. All right, I need to know the winners, Chelsea. With the favorites.
Malia wins.
All right, so Malia is the winner.
And I come
Thank you, ladies, Anthony and Denise, for your participation.